Hello everyone, welcome back to Shockmania. I am the Artie Dance. Now, I'm curious, what's your experience been like with Vietnamese horror films? For me, hasn't been that great. I liked Kuman Thong, but then all I can think of is all the terrible ones. Haunted Exorcism Child, Blood Karma. There's heaps, trust me. This is something new. This is called Ma Da, based on Vietnamese folklore. And I'll tell you a bit about it after the trailer ends. I think this one looks really spooky. So, let's check it out, and then I'll give you a tiny bit of a history lesson. Oh, and we've got English subtitles. Thank you very much to the trailer provider for this one. And of course comes thank you courtesy of Lyle.
Tụi con nghe, có sợ không?
Dạ sợ.
Những đứa nào mà chơi cạnh bờ sông á ha, là ma da bắt.
So the Ma Da is a water ghost. Important to note.
Dạ.
A lot of Vietnamese horror movies are based on folk tales, which is kind of common for most of Asian horror movies, to be honest. A lot of Indonesian stuff is.
Không xong của mình là dạo này có nhiều người chết đuối lắm á nha. Mày già hả?
Nói cái gì nổi da gà gì hết trơn.
Don't know if that translation was about accurate, but it does say that they haunt
Hôm qua
rivers.
gia đình người ta khóc dữ lắm. Ta ráng mà kiếm vớt cho bằng được.
Nhung không có giận má. Nhung lo cho má.
Ê,
This
cái
is a
đường gì thấy ghê quá
creepy,
vậy mà ấp
slow
trời ơi,
burn
cái gì đâu mà ghê. Có tao
kind
đây
of
rồi,
trailer.
tụi bay yên tâm đi.
Scary ghost. Always a scary ghost. Look at his foreboding. I do like that.
Thằng Hiếu nó bị ma già kéo đó. Không phải thằng Hiếu chết không đâu. Còn nữa đó. Mày với gia đình mày cẩn thận đó.
She's next. Surely you couldn't kill the girl. Not that. Maybe you are. Do things a bit differently in Vietnam. Side note, it's quite peaceful and beautiful looking. August 16 for the release of this one, although I've got a sneaking suspicion it's already out in Vietnam. And this trailer is for another country. Now, Ma Da is a water ghost. This is one of the 9 major or big Vietnamese folklore legends. So a bit more about Ma Da, because I don't actually have too much about the actual movie itself. I think we can see a mother has a couple of children and looks like they get taken by this water ghost, and she's obviously got to try and stop it. Look, that's my assumption of the synopsis. But a bit more about the Ma Da. Children living in river areas are also taught to fear the Ma Da, a vengeful spirit who lurks in bodies of water. Believed to be the soul of drowned victims, Ma Da often manifests as bloated corpses with weeds for hair. As these poor souls died in torment, they cannot find peace and can only be reincarnated if there is another to take their place. As such, they roam in lakes and rivers waiting to drag down unsuspecting swimmers. The stories are made up. This is the funny part. Again, the stories are most likely made up to warn children not to go swimming unsupervised, as fatal water-related accidents are still common in Vietnam. Now, the problem with Vietnamese horror, which looks good. Look, the trailer, don't get me wrong. Trailers look slick and scary and does look good. The problem with Vietnamese horror is the government. And unlike China, where China is just super strict when it comes to horror films, like the Vietnamese government still allow some horror through, but they tend to be rather butcher-worthy with their horror films, and lots of stuff tends to get cut out. For example, the so-called director's version of Kuman Thong, which we might not ever see, is a lot more different or a lot more detailed or has a lot more content than the version of Kuman Thong that was released, which was a decent movie, don't get me wrong. And of course there was Kuman Thong 2, which is a load of crap, a completely unnecessary sequel. So while I have a little bit of hope for this movie that it could be creepy, I'm also in the back of my mind thinking, I know what the Vietnamese government's like. But anyway, what did you think? In the corner of the screen, you can see a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Thumbs up says, yes, you're interested and want to see this because it looks creepy. Thumbs down says, nah, you want to give it a skip. I'm in the middle. I'm ambivalent about these ones. So I'd be keen to know what you think. Otherwise, I'm the Artie Dans. Big thank you to Lyle for providing me with this trailer. You are watching Shockmania, and I will catch you next time.